Make sure you like the video on your way in. Make sure you are liking the video on your way in. Hit that like button for me on your way in. Drop me some yellow hearts. Let me know you're in the building. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, y'all. Okay. Fair warning, your girl ain't got no eyebrows. The eyebrows are not done. It's too early in the morning for all of that. But good morning, y'all. How y'all doing? I am in my bedroom, in my bed, because my husband is working in the living room, of course. So he's in the living room in the front of the house. My brother-in-law is not here, so he won't be coughing in the background, y'all. Okay. And my daughter is in her room sleeping because it's the summertime. Okay. So we are here because I'm doing a reaction video. Now, y'all, I need to make a disclaimer because for some reason people don't understand what reaction videos are. Okay. And they told me that I need to go ahead and get some original content. And I'm like, wait, so all these reviews and stuff I be doing, like what's going on? What's going on? But anyway, y'all, so I am doing a reaction video. Okay. So if you don't want the commentary that comes with the reaction video, then go ahead and watch the original video and then you don't have to worry about my commentary. It's that simple. It's that easy. Okay. But we are here to talk about we are here to talk about Kendra G's live with this guy who comes up here, and y'all, I was in total disbelief when I was watching it. But we're gonna get into the things of the things. But I'm gonna let you guys come up in here, like the video. Good morning. Hey y'all, what is going on? I was like, is people even up this early on a what's today? On a Thursday? Are y'all even up this early on a Thursday? But look, nonetheless, we are here to talk about it. So um I saw the clip on site on Instagram. And then I was like, let me go ahead and go to Kendra G YouTube. Y'all, when I tell you, we have to be very cautious of who we decide to have children with. Okay. We have to be very cautious of who we decide to lay down and open our legs to as women. We definitely have to be very cautious of when men say things and what they mean by what they say. Okay. A lot of men will sometimes show you who they are, but say a totally different thing. And then there's men who will tell you who they are and show you all at the same time. Okay. And I've noticed over the last couple of weeks or months or so, especially dealing with the whole Rashid situation, that sometimes we as women like to create a narrative. If a person is telling you and showing you who they are, that is who they are. Okay. I'm gonna put this up and we're gonna talk through it as we watch it. But I just want you guys to know that this made me so nervous because there are men who think like this. And not only are there men who think like this, it's the simple fact that us as women, as we have sons and as we have daughters, it's our responsibility to teach them so that this doesn't become a pattern in our community. Okay. So let me pull it up. Y'all make sure y'all like the video. Like the video. Drop some yellow hearts. Let me know you're here. Say good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, I should have grabbed my coffee. And yes, I could drink coffee. Okay, I could drink coffee. But I think my husband ordered me a decaf, which really would suck. Okay, so let me share my screen. Let me make sure you guys can see. Let me make it a full screen. Okay. You said we love your commentary. Who needs us to fight? That's what I'm saying. I'm like, that's what I'm saying. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it.
What's up with you?
Oh, I got all the men with microphones tonight. Yeah. What's your name?
They just called me House.
They call that what your mama call you too?
Yeah, no, that's my name.
Turn your music down in the background.
You said music?
I hear something. Is that what those are kids?
Yeah, those my sister kids, my nieces and nephews.
Oh, you live with your
sister? We had like a little gathering today. Whatever she was announcing, like she pregnant and stuff like that.
Okay.
Okay. So I want y'all to remember where he said he is, okay? This man said that he is at a family gathering for his sister who announced she's pregnant. There are kids that you can clearly hear in the background. And I need y'all to remember this part specifically for when we get to the end, okay? Remember this part specifically for when we get to the end. And don't let me forget, because y'all know I forget things, okay? And we're going to come back to that point. But I just want to make sure that we start and end on the same note.
Everybody, cooking barbecue, little family function.
All right. All right. So, House, where you calling me from, babe?
I'm in Houston right now.
Houston, how old are you?
I'm 27.
27. What you do for a living?
We do real estate.
Okay. Why you say it like that?
Nah, because I really don't be like, you know what I'm saying, like giving up too much information about myself on the internet like that.
Well, I got a lot of questions, Ed. So you willing to answer them? You don't got to be here.
No.
All right. So is it echoing? All right. So guys, I'm hoping, because I see you guys comments telling me, girl, don't let him work you up. He's a liar. This is his 15 minutes. He's trolling. Even if this man is, I just need y'all to be aware that they are people out there that are like this. And I hope that this is an eye opener to the fact that even if this is like him trying to show people what they sound like or look like on the internet, I just need everybody to realize that there are men who think like this who will never say it. So either way, we're going to have to watch it, okay? We do real estate. That's why I said, who the hell is we? But okay. Let me know if it's echoing, because I'm going to have to pause it, mute myself.
No, we good. I'm just keeping it,
Okay. What's your zodiac sign?
Capricorn.
Do you have any kids yourself?
Man, technically, I got 7 kids, but they aren't supposed to be here.
Recordings just got better. Hey, it's Dana from StreamYard. I'm so excited to announce that local recordings.
What do you mean they're not supposed to be here?
Yeah, man, like, I met a few women within my lifetime, and they just decided to keep the kids, and I ain't want them. So technically, I got 7 kids, but in actuality, I don't.
And you're proud of this?
No, ain't nothing to be proud of. That's just how the goddamn dice roll.
So you have 7 kids, and I'm assuming you don't take care of them.
Oh no, of course not.
And that makes sense to you?
No, that make a lot of sense.
Tell me why.
They aren't supposed to be here. I gave an option. So I can read this mistake that we both made. All for plan B, all for abortions, and women gonna do what they do. I can't control their body, so they decided
Why
to keep
did you
them.
go for that 7 times? Why didn't you?
So this is the first thing. He's using the excuse of my body, my choice, to say that it's okay for me to go around and be reckless, because I tried to fix the mistake that we made by forcing her to take an abortion pill or get an abortion when all you had to do was put on a condom, and we could have avoided all of this. So you telling me to take get an abortion or take a pill or plan B or something like that after the fact does not mean that, it's your body, your choice. Now you go ahead and be a single mother. I don't want nothing to do with you. I don't have to deal with you at all. Though that's not my kid, because I tried to make this right. I tried to make this right by making you. This is why we as women have to make the conscious decision that this whole culture ain't cool. Unless you're doing whole culture right, and I mean by like wrapping it up or wrapping it up and getting your money and whatever the case may be, we can't be out here slipping, because there are men who think like this. And there's a reason why there are a lot of single mothers, because these men, and you want to know something? I don't understand. I want y'all to know there are female condoms. And it's crazy because I've always heard of female condoms growing up. Now, mind you guys, I'm 33. I'll be 34 in September. I've heard of female condoms when I was growing up, but I've never seen one. Like, I've never physically been gave a female condom at a doctor's office, at Planned Parenthood when I was younger, getting checked out and stuff like that. No one ever gave us female condoms. They always give you men condoms, and men don't like to use them, or they'll put them on and they'll take them off. I told y'all about the time that I ended up getting pregnant and I had to get an abortion because I was messing with this dude and he ended up taking off the condom. And I didn't know that until afterwards. And then when I ended up being pregnant and I asked him about it, he was like, yeah, I took it off. Like it wasn't nothing. So we have to be very cautious. And I think that it's something that if you guys want to, have intercourse with people, that we need to take care of ourselves. And that means get a female condom and put it on ourselves so that we know it's on, then do that. Because there's a whole lot more to sex than just getting pregnant. STDs and stuff like that are very, very real. So just be very, very careful. And you live and you learn. But once you learn, it's your job to educate. In a certain sense, like now that I'm older now, Monique, I think about these things, and it's like you're right, and to a certain extent, right? Like, but when you're young, and I'm talking about I was like 18, 19, you don't know the extent. You don't know that there are people or men who will betray you. And this same guy has 3 to 4 kids, I think, with different baby mamas who he don't take care of, and they on Instagram now fussing and fighting about how he don't take care of their kids and this, that, and the other. And don't get me wrong, because he's a smooth talker, but you got to be careful. Like, we have to learn to protect ourselves. And I think that once we stop trying to think about putting it on these men, because these men don't care, because just like he said, the responsibility, once you get pregnant, I did my part. I tried to get you a pill and I tried to get paid for your abortion. You ain't want that. Oh, well, good riddance. Do you? And that's literally how a lot of men think. And if it wasn't, so when you guys say, oh, he's trolling, it doesn't even matter if he's trolling, because there's a lot of single mothers out there who dealt with guys just like this. So it's our responsibility to speak up and teach the younger women following after us to take care of themselves, because ain't no ninja going to do it for you. And don't believe when they tell you, oh, I'm going to stick around, I'm going to do that. Don't believe it until they prove their commitment to you. And now that I think about it, Sunshine, when I was like 19. I think he was like 27. Child, I was hot in the pants, and he was too old to be doing what he was doing. But let's go ahead and get into it.
Switch up after the first or second time.
I was an immature child at the time. You feel me? Not even child. I was just an immature young man, not giving a damn about the decisions I was making.
So you have 7 kids in this world that you are making it clear that you do not raise, and you feel as though that is okay.
I ain't never said it was okay. That's just my life.
Well, these kids are innocent. Why should they be deprived from a father?
I mean, they weren't supposed to be here, so it's just like.
But they are here. Either way, they are here. As a responsible human being, you don't think whether they're supposed to be here or not, they are here. So you don't think as a man it's still your responsibility to raise children that you help create? And I can see if it happened one time and you felt this way, but you proceeded to do it 7 times.
We proceed to do it. We proceed to make the same mistakes in life. You know what I'm saying? Eventually we learn for it.
We proceed to make the same mistakes in life, and eventually we learn from it. When did you learn from it, sir? At the 7th one? Like, when did you learn from it? At the 7th, how do you create 7 kids and not have no remorse in your body, in your heart, or your mind, or anything, to be like, dag, I got kids out there who don't even know me. Like, I got kids out there that I not protecting. I got kids that I'm not providing for. And like, I'm trying to think of like, sex is not a mistake. I don't know where people come up with this concept of like sex is a mistake, or this baby happened by mistake. If the baby happened by mistake, that means that the condom broke. Your tubes, you somehow got pregnant even though your tubes was tied, because that's the thing, okay? Or like your method of birth control and stuff like that sometimes are not working, even if you take it consistently like you're supposed to. Those are what you call mistakes, okay? A mistake isn't I had unprotected sex, I got pregnant, and I didn't take a plan B, and now I got a mistake baby. That's not how sex works. Until we realize that sex is created for us to procreate or to have children, like I know, guys, I know sex is good. I know we want to have it. I know we want to have our fun. But you have to be careful with when you have sex, because that's what sex is made for. It's made to have children. So if you're not going to want to have a child, then you need to go ahead and take all the steps necessary to not get pregnant. And even if that means that we as the women are now have to take on the responsibility of making sure that we are taking care of ourselves beforehand, then that's what we have to do. Because no one else is going to do it for us. No one else is going to do it for us. I was making mistakes. There's no mistakes when it comes to sex. Sex is exactly what sex is, and we know what happens during sex. Even the pull-out method ain't 100%. Okay? You already know that there are different forms of things that can get you pregnant. So we need to really, really sit back and take control. Y'all know how we go, my body, my choice. We really need to take that all the way and start from the very beginning with the protection before we get to the choice part. You get what I'm saying? All right.
Yeah, it's not a responsible, it's irresponsible actually. So, but I'm not, I don't have no feelings towards the mistakes that I made. So they here, they should blame their mama for being here. You feel me? And that's how I feel about it.
What kind of women are you looking for?
Woo, child, blame their mama. I don't know if y'all been paying attention to the internet, but there's this thing going around where black men on the internet are blaming single black mothers for raising I guess bad behaved children or bad behaved sons and stuff like that. They literally are men holding the women saying, because you stayed, okay, and took care of this child and provided this child with a life, okay, fed this child, sent this child to school, and did the best you could for your child, it is your fault because I left. If y'all do not believe me, look it up. There are black men. Y'all know I try to stay out of this red pill, blue pill stuff, whatever, right? But there are men on the internet who are blaming single mothers for their children as if the men did not walk away. So blame it on the one who took accountability and responsibility for the mistake that y'all made. The mistake, right? The mistake that y'all made. To take care of these children by any means necessary, doing the best that they can. And they're the problem. That parent's the problem. Oh, don't worry about the deadbeat dad who decided that I'm not going to be in that child's life because it's your body, your choice. You want the body and the choice, right? So go ahead. Right. It's not enough energy given to the absent fathers, but then sitting there want to blame the single mother for the one who, see, that's the difference between single moms and deadbeat dads. At least the single mom knew that they was going to have to step up to the plate and do what they had to do no matter what. I've been recently on the internet realizing that there are a lot of mothers who do not like being mothers. And I know it's like a stigma where everybody feels like they have to like enjoy being a parent. Okay. I had my own struggles with being a mother. But when I see the women who have these kids who say, I wouldn't, if I could go back, I wouldn't have my kids. If I could go back and know what I know now, I would have never did this. Like the struggle. There are women who've been pregnant and don't know what it feels like to be loved on in your pregnancy by a man. There are women who have give childbirth that kills a lot of women. Women die giving birth alone. You get what I'm saying? Like, for the life of me, like, but when they want to throw it on you, it's your body, your choice. So you know what? I'm not even about to argue with these men no more. And I suggest you guys do the same. Don't argue with these men. You're absolutely right. My body, my choice. You don't get access to this body. You don't get to make me a single mother. You don't get to tell me to take a plan B. You don't get to tell me to get an abortion. I'm going to stop I'm going to stop you right at the very, very beginning.
From my show house.
Man, I need an irresponsible woman with no morals. She don't want too much. I ain't asking for the best of a woman. I just need a woman. That's it.
Let me ask you a question, because my show, I mean, at times if you watch clips, you would think people are characters, but they're being their natural selves. So I want to make sure this is who you are really. You're not a comedian and you're just trying to troll. Is that the goal, or this is how you?
No, I'm not a comedian. I don't make money off none of this. But
So
people was like, you should go, huh?
Are you a podcaster?
No, I wouldn't say that. I just try to take advantage of the eyes and ears at.
Real quick, y'all. Real quick. Real quick. It's another man up here with a microphone. Y'all should have known this was about to be some F-boy ish when this man got up here with a microphone. Okay, y'all should have known better. Okay, so I don't know why I was even expecting anything remotely different from what we got. Okay, because ain't no way. But I want to go back to this point where he said he's looking for a girl with no morals and no respect and stuff like that. And there's a lot of women right now, y'all, that are sexually liberated. Ooh, child, I feel like I'm about to get in trouble. I don't have anything wrong with being sexually liberated. Let me tell you, I am a woman. I am 33 years old. I have embraced my sexuality. I have embraced my femininity. I have embraced all my sexy. I have no shame when it comes to what I like to do, and how I like to get down. But there is a respect factor that you have to always remember. Men are not going to respect you if they feel as though you don't respect yourself. Okay? Not saying, oh, and you know, it's like this whole movement where it's like, don't police what I wear, don't police what I do. And I'm all for all of that. But you also have to be mindful of what you are presenting to the world. Presentation is everything. And it's all cute and it's all fun, understandable. But think about the representation if this was your, you know, your first lady of your church, your first lady of the United States up there, you know, twerking and half naked and things like that. The first thing you're gonna be like, oh wow, that's a lot. Where's the respect for yourself? Because there is a level of modesty that we as women have to have. And I'm not saying don't be sexy. I'm not saying don't be sexy, but what I am saying that there comes a responsibility to ourselves. When you hear men say, "I'm looking for a woman who ain't got no morals. I'm looking for a woman who don't respect themselves," that's exactly what they're looking for. So when you got the girls out there who are willing to strip down to barely nothing, be walked like dogs, to be, exploited, it's like, and you want me to sit here and fight for you? That's wow. That's wild to me. And I'm not saying that gives a man a right to, but what I'm saying is that these are the women that they go after because they are expecting that activity from you. This is the ones that they go, and those are the women that they seek after, and those are the women who end up being single mothers on the internet yelling men ain't ish, right? I mean, make it make sense. You attract what you get. So when you on the internet yelling men ain't ish, sometimes you gotta take a look and be like, why am I attracting these type of men? I knew when I was out there at 18 and 19, when I was drunk dancing on bars with my, the little Benny skirts and stuff, I knew exactly what I was attracting. I knew exactly what I was looking for, the F boys, the drug dealers, all of that. I was looking for all of that, okay? Because I thought that was cute. I thought it was toxic. But I was this close to being a single mother. Remember, I was this close. And could have been a single mother twice, because when I met my husband, we wasn't married. I told y'all when we got together, we got pregnant, got engaged, moved in together, all within the first year. And I got lucky, because God knows if he would have been a real F boy, he was slightly a little low key, but if he was a real F boy, child, I'd have definitely been a single mother. But like I say is sometimes what you put out is what you attract. So if you going out there looking at the bars and doing all that stuff, don't be surprised when you actually get what you're looking for. When you're looking for the dope boys and the ones outside, the ones that all the girls want, the flashy guys, that type of stuff, that comes at a certain price. And sometimes, unfortunately, we pay that price because we're not being taught any better. And we giving these men too much power. That's why I say it's so funny how there are female condoms, but I never see one. But when you go to the doctor, they give you man condoms. Why are you giving me as a woman a condom for a man? How is that going to protect me? I give it to the man, and then what? He decides to take it off, and then what? You get what I'm saying? So we really, really, really need to start this education when it comes to sex education, because these kids are growing up super fast.
At the point of time when my story kind of went viral, because everybody else was using my story and monetizing it.
So your story's already known. I don't know this.
Okay. Yeah.
So your story's known. Where was your story posted at?
It been seen probably over 500 million times. It's out there.
Okay. So I guess in what is the clip that's out there?
I got 7 kids and 7 baby mamas.
Okay, so you want to find an equally irresponsible woman. Could she have kids?
She only can have about 3 kids, minimum 2 baby daddies. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to do too much. I can't deal with women that got like 3 baby daddies. I'm a hypocrite. That's hence the name. Like, you can't do what I do. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So how do you feel? I mean, since you're saying you're viral, I wasn't aware. But how do you feel? Because obviously, if I make you a highlight, I believe Black men will judge you too. So how do you feel about people thinking that this is ridiculous? You have 7 kids. You're proudly saying you will not raise them because they were all supposed to be aborted.
That's not. I ain't say that proudly. I'm just giving it how it is. It's not something to be proud about, but it's just the reality on how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, how do you feel about the people that's going to have definitely a lot of things to say about you?
There's a lot of people that had a lot of things to say, and I don't feel no way about it. You're gonna have your opinion. You ain't lived this life. So it's like it's open for discussion and open for debate and criticism once I put it out there on the internet. I can't feel no type of way about the opinion that you're gonna try to bestow upon me, and I'm not gonna fight it. You know what I'm saying? That's what you feel because you might know somebody or you might be a victim of a deadbeat father. I can't argue with nobody about their opinion. You feel me?
Do you pay child support?
Hell nah.
So
the thing about that, man, I was dealing with women that like how I come on your show and I just give you the name house. Like I'm not giving you like too much personal information. That's just how I am within my life. You know what I'm saying? So it'll be hard to put me on child support when you don't even know my name, where I live, no address, no real contact. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like it's that type of thing.
So do you have you ever had an STD?
All right, 2 seconds, y'all. So my title of this video is damn, I thought that was my title, but that's not the title of my video. When I was originally thinking about the title of my video, I was thinking, be careful who you decide to have a good time with. So you guys know how we always have this like, oh, child, I'm just out here for a good time, not a long time, or I'm just out here to get that itch scratched, or I'm just out here to have a little bit of fun, let my head down, let loose, nothing serious. I'm looking for a good time, I'm not trying to take nobody serious. And it's like, how the girls get when we start disconnecting and we out here living our best life. Okay, I don't want no relationship. I'm just, focused on me, but I don't mind having a buddy here and a buddy there, all that good stuff, right? Be careful who you decide to have a good time with. Because did y'all not just hear this man sit here and say, this is why I tell you my name is House. You don't know nothing about me. You don't know my first name, my last name, my address, where I live. You don't know my mama's. You don't know nothing about me but what you see on Instagram. And then we go ahead and have a good time and we make a mistake and make a baby, even though sex is not really a mistake. We make a mistake and make a baby and know, oh, baby, your body, your choice. You go ahead and figure out what you're going to do with that baby. Because I'm going to give you the $50 for the Plan B and I'm going to offer to, take you to the abortion place. But, ultimately it's up to you. But I'm going to let you know right now, I ain't got nothing to do with this. Peace. And you're sitting there, you can't even put the man on child support because you don't know his name, first name, or last name. We really, really need to make sure that we are very careful with who we decide to have a good time with. And I don't care about, I'm not even, this live is for us, it's for the ladies. Because he's basically showing you that this is how men are. Some of them, not all of them. I don't want to generalize all men, okay? And if you see, I'm not just saying black men, I'm saying men in general. Because there's a lot of single white mothers out there too, okay? And Hispanic mothers and, different cultures. So what I'm saying is, just be careful. And I remember, and I think this really affects me because I remember being in my whole phase, y'all. I remember being young. I remember being dumb. I remember being naive. I remember being boy crazy. I remember just living on the edge outside, being reckless with my life, my body, my choices, and just thanking God for covering me in the process. Because God knows if someone would have shown me this or taught me this when I was younger, there's a lot of things that would have went a lot better in my life. So when we sit there and we think about how this man sit up there and said, I don't even tell him my name. So you got to think about the fact that we're willing to give our bodies to someone we don't even know their name. So we got to be careful. We got to be careful. This live is for us, not for these men, because these men already know what's up. They already know what game they playing. So it's our responsibility to stop that ish right at the door. Sir, I don't want to know what your street name is. How old is you and why are we using a street name? How are you using a street name at your big age of 35? You get what I'm saying? Like, help me help you. We do real estate. What the hell is we do real estate? You get what I'm saying? Like, what kind of job profession is we do real estate? And sir, lastly, why are you sitting up on the internet with a microphone? Because y'all know ain't nothing about them niggas in the microphones, okay? Those definitely the new F boys. But I'm just saying, it's so strange. Right, who is we? I don't know who we is, girl. Tracy, we don't know who we is. His she said, what do you do? We do real estate. Oh, okay. I don't know who we is, but okay. I don't even tell these women my name, just like I'm telling you my name is House. Mm-hmm.
Never. Thank God.
Lying.
And you have 7 different baby mamas?
He lying.
Yep.
And those are just the ones that had the kids. You probably
Yep.
had more. You
Exactly.
had more pregnant that actually, and you never had an STD. You just out here having sex.
I ain't never had an STD in my life. And my chart updated. And a lot of people don't even know about a motherfucking my chart.
Just because it got cured, okay? Just because you probably could have had a chlamydia or gonorrhea that goes away, okay? Don't mean you ain't never have it, sir. Does not mean you ain't never have it. And I find it very hard to believe if you already slept with what we known of 7 women who would let you sleep with them raw, which means that I'm pretty sure they slept with other women raw. I mean, other men raw. And then God knows how many more women on top of the women that you slept with raw. And you got the nerve to tell me that you want to know something. This girl, let me tell y'all, let me bring this back to us because I'm trying to school us. Men carry STDs. Do you not know that men can carry STDs and not have any symptoms? They don't even really have it. They have it, but they don't have it. And they can give it to different women. Do you know that men carry, like, if a man can have sex with a woman who has a yeast infection and go ahead and sleep with you, now you got a yeast infection and you just think you got a yeast infection, God knows, not knowing that this man done transferred a yeast infection to you. Same thing with all these different bacteria infections and stuff like that. Men are carriers. Nothing affects them the way that it affects us. So he could sit up here and be like, oh, I ain't never had an STD, but I'm sure you done gave somebody else's yeast infection. I'm sure you done went around and gave somebody else a bacteria infection. And he looked like he ain't never been to nobody's doctor. Because I'm definitely sure he's one of those guys that be like, if a girl don't tell him there's something wrong, he ain't going to go get checked out.
That shit updated.
What are your deal breakers in a woman, House?
If she was raised with a goddamn father figure that's gonna tell her don't fuck with me, because he don't know the type of person I be to her. But this just something if I really want to be with the woman though. If it's just somebody we just having fun with, it ain't no real deal breakers. You know what I'm saying? But if it's the one I want to be with long term, then it'll be another man in her life trying to combat the decisions that she making to try to stop fucking with me. To be honest with you.
So what's your goal on my show?
Ooh, child. What he said is, I don't want no girl who got a man in who got her father figure. That shows you how important a father is for a child. And unfortunately, I'm sure he got some daughters who he won't be able to protect from men like himself. And he don't even care. That's why it's important for us to be careful who we have a good time with. Because these kids need fathers. It takes two parents. And I know we've been conditioned that we can do it, but we shouldn't have to do it. When it takes two of us to make a baby, it should take two of us to raise a baby. And then get up there and talk about something. I need a girl who ain't got no father. Because God forbid he try to tell her not to mess with a man like me, even though I want a girl who ain't got no morals or respect for herself. Child, what? What? Say what now? Now, this is when I'm saying, like, he gotta be trolling, because ain't no way no man gonna sit up here and be like, I want a girl who ain't got no father. So when you think about how you sit up there, women, and you tell these men about how your father wasn't there for you, and you tell them all your trauma, and they turn around, they use that against you. They be like, oh, I want to know what's your childhood like. Is your mother and your father in your life? Oh, no father, good, easy to manipulate. No one to tell her, run, give her the game. No one, but see, thank God for the internet, because now we get the game straight up. Straight up. Yeah, neuter him like the dog he is. Okay. You know, he ain't get his teeth clean. And no, child, definitely ain't going to take care of himself. He got to be playing in our faces, y'all. He got to be, because when you say something like that, like, I want a girl with no father. But even if he is trolling, there's always truth to that. There's always a man out there who's preying on a girl who doesn't have a father figure in her life, a girl who doesn't have any self-respect or morals that they quote unquote think she don't have for herself. There's always a man who will prey. They prey. Men are hunters. They prey on women, and they will stalk you down and get what you want. How many times have you heard the story of the guy who chased the girl for years and years and years and years and years? Oh my God, he was chasing me for all these years, and he really was wanting me. And as soon as he gets you, he sit there and he play in your face like he wasn't chasing you for 10, 11 years, right? Because they like to hunt. And they'll do whatever it takes. They ain't got nothing but time to play in people's faces and sell you dreams and hopes. You say, why Kendra so calm? Because she's in shock. And she looks so cute, by the way. I'm loving the hair, the makeup is giving, okay? She picked the right makeup and outfit and everything for this clip, because it's definitely about to go viral, okay? Child, let's go back to what this man's saying.
Tonight, is it to go viral again? Are you really looking for someone? What's your intentions of calling me?
You know what? People just told me to come on your show. They was like, and they've been saying this for months. I said, I don't think that's going to be the type of environment for me to be searching for a woman with the background and story that I have. Then, but you know what I'm saying? They keep pressing it, being in these spaces and stuff like that. So the goal is, it's a, you know what I'm saying? Don't necessarily judge me for my past. Women don't want men to judge them for their.
I mean, listen, I try to have conversations with people, and I try to allow authenticity from whoever I'm talking to as much as possible. But I mean, I don't rock with any of it, to be honest with you. Like, you have 7 kids, these poor innocent kids. You know, you're on the internet and you're making it very clear, and you're saying you're irresponsible, you're not supposed to be here, and you're willing to link up with a woman that has 2 other children, which means you would be some type of father figure to them. So I don't know what woman or what human being would really rock with this, to be honest.
I understand that. The thing about it is me being intentional. You feel me? Them little 7 kids, yeah, they gonna have to go up with the growing pains without having a father, but my intentions was not to be a father or be long-term with these women. So when I offered a goddamn way out of me even have to be liable to this situation and shit, at the time these women know how much I make, I guess, and things like that. So it's just like one of those things. I can't force a woman to do anything with her body. And mind you, between like the ages between like 18 and 24 or 23 is when I was making these irresponsible decisions based off of some shit that happened with my first child. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like hurt people. It just, it's just like I don't feel like I could be a child to those type of women at the time. You know what I'm saying?
So do
Or
you want
even
any
them.
intentional kids?
Huh?
Do you want any intentional kids?
Oh yeah, man. If the woman I be with long term want me to give her a child, then that's something I intentionally do. But mistakes are not getting taken care of just because that's what a man's supposed to do.
Don't ever be with no man who tells you that if a woman wants me to give her a child. Don't ever have a baby with a man who says, I want you to give me that she wanted me to give her a child. And how dare you sit up here and say you want children if she wants you to give her a child? Like you ain't got 7 that you done gave out. Words have meaning. So when someone, oh, she wanted me to give her this child, that's what he gonna use against you, girl. Even though it's the intentional baby that he wanted. It's the intentional baby that he wanted, but she wanted me to give her this. I didn't necessarily say I wanted attentional child. What she said was, she said that she wanted me to give her a child, and I'm okay with that. I gave out 7 gifts, okay? 7. Talking about an attentional child, so that once he realized he don't want to be with that baby mother no more, it's, well, I gave you the child that you wanted. You wanted this child from me. Y'all better listen to these words when these men talk, because they really be saying what they mean.
Dude, I'm a different type of man.
Everyone is just like a family.
Well, why do you feel like you shouldn't pay child support? Because are these women not trying to get child support from you?
Man, I don't know. When I had my last Instagram, one of my baby mamas kind of like contacted me, and we was kind of like talking and shit. I have a heart, you know what I'm saying? This thing happened between ages where I was fucked up. I'm thinking about it more and more, and stuff. I talk to people like you or anybody else. It kind of like weigh on me a little bit so I can make a better decision. But that's how I feel about it, I guess.
So the question was clear. Are they trying to put you on child support, or are you on child support?
Oh, I ain't on child support, and I won't be on child support. If they did put me on child support, my business is structured where I only make minimum wage within my job, so they won't get too much.
Let's do the Kendra Cam. Let's see I want to see how you was able to fool all these women to roll with this.
I don't think if I stand up, your whole show gonna goddamn get shut down. I might well go ahead and just keep me sitting.
No, the Kendra Cam is a must.
I'm telling you.
Do you have on pants?
Hell nah.
Well, go put some pants on, or we have to end right here.
Or we can end it. Thank you.
So remember the real estate with minimum wage, right? So remember in the beginning of this live when this man got up here and said that he was at the family event. And he was at the family event because his sister had announced that she was having a baby. And y'all remember we heard all them little kids in the background yelling and screaming because they was having a good old time with their family and whatnot. Y'all remember that part? So why are you in the dark room with the red light and no pants on, sir? I'm pretty sure that was just your way of not wanting to be, stand up and be on a Kendra Cam. I'm pretty sure that was just your way of not wanting to do it. But since you said it, I just want to know why you felt like it was okay for you to be sitting in the dark room with no clothes on. And the fact that you say that if I stand up, your live gonna get shut down immediately, which insinuates that you ain't even got no damn boxers. So why you sitting in the dark room with the red light and a microphone on the live with kids and family in the house with no clothes on? Child, he should have thought this through. I don't think he thought it through. He couldn't have, because I'm just saying, like, sir, don't lie about stuff like that, because now you look crazy. You sound crazy. Because I'm sure that he got on plenty clothes. But if we just took it for face value and we just took it for what he said, you look stupid. Just wanted you to know that. You look stupid. Child, is unnecessary. Like, just unnecessarily lying at this point. All he had to do was say, I really don't want to do a Kendra Cam. I don't want to stand up. If that's where this have to end, then that's where this have to end. Point blank, period. Now, I did read on site on Instagram that this man don't even like black women. A win is a win. A win is a win. Child, because like, sir, nobody's begging you to stay over here. We're not begging you to stay over here at all. Okay, the foolishness that came out of your mouth, you could go ahead and keep that and spread that wherever you want. I hope those women watch this video and learn from it just like everybody else. Because baby, we don't want nothing to do with you. You not hurting our feelings at all. We just went up a couple of points. We definitely did not go down at all. Yeah, they I believe that he was saying stuff like, let me go to it real quick. Let me pull it up. God is good. All the time, God is good. All right, let me go to the comments. He could have word. We don't need. Let me see. This is the worst of the worst, right? This should be a law required for mothers and fathers as men. Child, where the comments go? It done got too many people done comment on it since the last time I read the comments. I can't find them. But I know that they were saying that he doesn't have any, he doesn't like black women, and he said that he wouldn't come near us. And I do see a lot of women saying, and a lot of women are saying that, like, a lot of people are saying, like, blame the baby mamas. The women need to take accountability. The women need to take accountability. And you know what I'm going to say to that? F that. We just have to get to the point where these men don't have access to that, to us in that way. They always say choose better, choose better, choose better, choose better. And it's like, so y'all get to just be out here and be these reckless people, but we gotta choose better. Y'all get to be out here saying the things that you're saying up here, but we gotta choose better. I can't even find the comments. So we learned a lot from this as women. Be careful who we lay down with. What do we know about them? How do we protect ourselves when it comes to being sexually liberated or sexually free, or wanting to experiment? Because I would be lying if I say a lot of us didn't go through an experimental phase, and I'm not going to be one of those girls that be like, oh no, don't do this, don't do that, because I was definitely one of those girls, right? I was one of those women that was like, well, one of those young ladies that was out here just living my best life, okay? Completely. But we have to remember that we have to take care of us, period. And whatever that looks like for us, if that means that we have to use our own condoms, our own spermicide, and we have to make sure that we are getting tested properly, even when we have sex with the condoms and stuff like that, we need to make sure that we at least know who we sleeping with by first name, at least. The fact that he could get up here and say, I don't even tell him my full name. Like, what the hell? Could you imagine having a child with someone you don't even know who their father is? Let me tell y'all, child. When I had my abortion, because remember I told y'all what happened. When I had my abortion, I had to get insurance. I was working at Dunkin' Donuts, y'all, and I didn't have any medical insurance, so I had to get like charity care. That's what they call it. So I went to like charity care and I applied for it, and I was told them I wanted determination. I was pregnant, this, that, and the other, and they was like, "So who's the baby father?" Because we have to put that on the paper. And although I knew who he was, but in order for me to get the charity care, I had to say I had a one night stand and I don't know him. Do you not know how sick I felt, embarrassed I felt to sit in that lady's face and tell her that? And it wasn't even true. So imagine how sick and embarrassing you have to feel for a woman who really don't know who their baby father is. It's crazy. Yep. So if we think about all the things that we have to start doing better, because these men not, they made a conscious decision. It sounds like y'all that they made it a conscious decision amongst themselves that they don't have to take responsibility, they don't have to be accountable, they don't have to do anything, throw it all on a woman. Okay, bet. That's what you want, right? Come argue with me when I say, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, sir, because you would never have access to this. No matter how much money you got, no matter how much game you run. So I hope some of the young girls, if it's some young girls in here, or even some people who don't never thought it or seen it this way, I hope we got something out of this. Because, baby, when I tell you it's not safe out here, it's not safe out here. It's not safe out here. And that makes me think like I'm gonna have to go. I'm actually go get a female condom because I'm curious as to what they look like, and I'm curious to how you put them on because I never seen one. I never seen one, but now my curiosity is shocked, and I'm just like, I really hope that they start giving women more of those condoms when they go to like the clinics and stuff like that. And I think about, and it's just like I said earlier, it just baffles me how when I went to like Planned Parenthood as a young girl, they were giving me man condoms. And I don't even know, and I knew that at one point women condoms exist, but I didn't know to what extent. And I know that they do have spermicide that the woman could put inside them. And it's like, okay, I remember like seeing those type of things, and I'm like, yeah, that prevents pregnancy, but does it prevent STDs? Does it prevent you catching HIV? They're not practical. That's why I say I'm curious to see how they work, because I don't know nothing about them. Like we don't get the education on safe sex particularly. It's just wear condom and use birth control. Hmm. Abstinence is the only 100% way. Is definitely is. Shoot, because I went to the doctor, y'all, because I told them, I said, well, y'all take this baby out. Can y'all tie my tubes? Can y'all take them out? Can y'all burn them up? Like, what y'all gotta do? Because I'm not trying to have no more kids, y'all. I'm not trying to have no more kids. I'm like, I'm two. I'm gonna have my girl, I have my boy, I'm done. And I was like, my friend said that she got her tubes taken out. And I was like, you get your tubes taken out. But they said it's not really taken out, it's like burning them. But if I did want to have get pregnant in the future, they could do like IVF or whatever the case may be. And I'm just like, I don't want, I'm like, I don't want no chances. So like whatever the most efficient way to not have kids, but there are some people who get pregnant on even with their tubes tied. I don't know about burnt, but tied. But I'm getting mine tied, burnt, snip them, do whatever you gotta do. Take the whole uterus out if that's what you need. The fallopian tubes, everything. Because baby, I'm done. I know that's right, Monique. I know that's right. It's so much education needed for the girls. I totally agree. I feel like they fell in us as females with they not giving us the proper information. It's just like, oh, there's STDs out there, but they don't really tell the girls that you can have STDs that guys carry from women to women to women to women that may not necessarily show up on a man. They don't talk to us about they didn't talk to us about, how to properly, safely take care of ourselves when it comes to having sexual intercourse and things like that. It's always, oh, just wear a condom and use birth control. And birth control is messing up our bodies. I've never been on birth control, but I have friends who got like the Depo shot, and they take like the the IUDs in their arms and things like that, and it'd be so many different side effects and things like that. Like this girl, she's like, oh, every time I get my IUD changed, I bleed for like 2 months, and I'm like, what? Like that can't even be saved. But there's so many different things that come with these things, and they don't even educate you on that. I was just telling my husband, because I was watching Love and Hip Hop, and you guys know I suffer from fibroids, right? They want you to do what they do that at your age code because it will make you have menopause symptoms early. Oh, they want you to do that because, oh, really? Oh, well, does it stop? Does it take the menstrual away? Because that can go. But I was watching Love and Hip Hop, and I can't remember her name, but it's the model girl up there, and she had went to the hospital because she was suffering from fibroids. And I was sitting there and I was thinking to myself how uneducated that we are as like Black women or women in general with the education that they tell us. Because when I was diagnosed with fibroids, y'all know I had a miscarriage, and that's when they told me I had fibroids. They said that the fibroids didn't necessarily cause the miscarriage, but they just told me that I had them, right? But they didn't give me the details. They didn't tell me that fibroids can grow. They didn't tell me that fibroid, depending on the location of the fibroid, it can cause for you not to be able to, get pregnant and things like that. They didn't give me the information that I felt that they should have in order for me to, actively know what I'm dealing with. All they told me was that, oh, you have fibroids, but usually that's pretty normal. And if they ever become a problem, we can just take them out. So now one time in this pregnancy, when I was having the fibroid, when I was experiencing the symptoms of what the fibroid, when it was degenerating and when it was causing me to bleed and this, that, and the other, and I'm thinking I'm having a miscarriage, and not even thinking that the fibroid could be an issue because no one educated us. And when you sit there and you look at the girl on the TV, she, as grown as she is, I think she was like 37 years old, and she's telling them like, oh, my doctor never told me that they said that the fibroids don't really affect the pregnancy. And the doctor's like, well, it's where they're located. They're located on your ovaries, so we could take them out. Like, I feel like there's a lot of miscommunication when it comes to our female reproductive system, that people are not like explaining things to us in a proper, natural way. It's just like the time I had a miscarriage. No one told me that I was going to have to sit there and literally deliver the sac of that child, or fetus, I should say. Or they just say, oh, you're going to have a miscarriage. You're having a miscarriage, so you're going to bleed for a couple of days and then it'll be over. And no one told me that I was literally going to have contractions and have to deliver the sac that the fetus was in. I'm literally looking up stuff, Googling things to figure out why the hell this hurts so bad. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like we have to do a better job at educating each other, because the system is not educating us at all. And whenever we have knowledge, that is our responsibility to pass it down to the women and the young ladies and the children after us. Because I've realized now, at my big age of 37, I mean, child, not 37, don't rush me. At my big age of 34, 33, about to be 34, that we're not as educated on our bodies as we should be. We just know, go get a pap smear. Oh, don't have unprotected sex, get tested for HIV, get tested for STDs, and then go on about your business. Uh-huh. And it's sad because it's like they don't inform you. She didn't know that she was thinking she can't have kids. The whole time she just had to get the fibroid off of her ovaries. And I'm just sitting here like, no, doctor, explain this. And then I was like, no, I believe it, because after the things that I've experienced in the last 3 years of my life, and that's with involving being pregnant and trying to have children, that they would never explain. Because when they told me I had the fibroid, it was just like, oh, it don't usually cause miscarriage. There's nothing wrong. You're fine. And then you sit in there and you have fibroids the size of 10 centimeters. No one told me that they can grow that big. I'm sitting here working out, trying to figure out why my stomach not going flat, and it's probably because I got fibroids in my uterus. You get what I'm saying? Like, come on. So we got to start, teaching each other, because baby, they ain't doing it. It's unfortunate, because I feel like I need to be a damn doctor myself just to feel safe. It's sad. It's so sad, because all they do is they give you a little pamphlet when you leave the hospital, or the doctor telling you what it is and what goes with it. That's it. They used to try to get me to take birth control to dissolve the ovary cyst. Men just don't understand what we have to go through in our hormones. Exactly. And the hormones are something totally different. Child, the hormones is something totally different. No one told me. I'm sorry for your loss, Chloe, to have the experience that you're miscarrying. Yeah, that was traumatic for me, because I really didn't know what was going on when I went through it. I kind of just went through it blindsided. What I was about to say. Damn, I forgot what I was about to say. But we just definitely just have to do better at educating ourselves on our bodies and learning more about ourselves, and it just spreading the knowledge that we have. Because if we don't spread the knowledge that we have, unfortunately, people are just going to walk around and not even know what's going on with themselves, and be in so much pain and be in so much, discomfort, thinking that these things are normal when they're not. Oh, I was talking about hormones. I didn't even know that you can regulate your hormones. No one said that you could take certain vitamins. You could do certain things to regulate your hormones, and you could take these so that you don't have to live with hormonal acne. You don't have to live with mood swings, and it's always this. They don't tell you about these things to help you function better as a woman, but they're so quick to say, "Oh, women are hormonal. Women are always emotional. Women are all these things, this, that, and the other." When there's so many resources that we can use to, help regulate ourselves, but no one's teaching us these things. Black women have to advocate for themselves when it comes to our health. Hell, Black people have to advocate, period. Exactly. I ask all the questions at the doctor's appointment. I come in with my research too. I know that's right. I know a woman whose child was stillbirth. She hasn't been the same since. Everyone just acts like she needs to move on and forget about it. That's not something you just move on and forget about. A stillbirth? Who no? Absolutely. That's tough. And I would be lying if I said I don't have those thoughts even now. At 21 weeks pregnant, I'd be thinking to myself like, oh my God, what if this? And because I'm still traumatized from my miscarriage, and I always feel like something can go wrong, like at any moment, like, oh my God, what if something goes wrong? And I'm just in my brain, and I try not to be in my brain. I try not to talk about those things because I don't want to put it in the atmosphere. But when it's in your brain and you're having these thoughts, and then like I done entered a whole different side of like reels and the internet, because I started searching up like pregnant stuff. So now I'm getting like pregnant women, and they talking about what their experiences is, and um just different things. I'm just sitting here like, how did I get into this? Like, I don't even want access to these stories and things like that, because that stuff is paranoid. Like, you really be sitting there walking around in your brain all day long, like one little move, and I'm like, oh God, that hurt. Oh my God, that didn't feel good. Like, you get what I'm saying? And it's not intentionally, but it's just because of, I think about those things because, for one, my daughter's 11. Me and my husband been having unprotected sex for 11 years. I got pregnant one time in that 11 years, which was the last time I told y'all about my miscarriage, and I miscarried. So I already suffered with the idea that maybe I couldn't even have kids, you know what I mean? Or maybe I was like, couldn't have kids anymore, things like that. And that's probably why it never happened in those 11 years. I wasn't trying, but I was not trying. You get what I'm saying? Like whatever happened, happened. So then to actually get pregnant 11 years, like 10 years later and lose that child, it's like, okay, maybe it's me. Maybe it is me. So then to be, follow up and actually become pregnant and carry longer, it's kind of like always those thoughts like something could still happen. And sometimes it don't feel safe to have those conversations because everyone, like you say, will always like, don't think like that. Don't think like that. But the reality of the situation is that things like that do happen. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, things like that do happen, unfortunately. And I know this conversation went a whole different way than where we was at. But to reel it back in, we just have to do better at taking care of us. Because no one's going to take care of us or handle us with the care that we deserve but us. So we have to be very careful about who we give access to our bodies. We have to be very careful about how we decide to have a good time, when we want to have a good time. And we need to start educating the younger girls after us, so that we could just do better. Like, don't fight with these men. It ain't worth the fight. Because you see what they sound like, stupid. And I waste my time fighting with no stupid man. That's why I said this live was for us, not for them. This is the warning. We've been warned. Okay. But with that being said, I'm gonna jump up off of here. I really wanna watch the Married at First Sight episode that came on last night. See what they doing over there, child. I'm so tired of it. And then I think it was something else I wanted to do, but I can't remember what it was. But I love you all. Stay safe. Stay prayed up. All that good stuff. And I'll talk to you guys later. Don't forget to like the video, comment, share to all your friends and all the ladies out there and the younger girls too, so they could be aware. And I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.